Turned on to fake news CNN and MSNBC, and they said, Fox hasn't been so great either, have they, huh?
This past Saturday on Newsmax, we aired live coverage of former President Trump's rally in Wellington, Ohio, in its entirety. This was Trump's first rally since leaving the White House. So what were the competing networks like Fox doing? Well, they were airing regular programming as if nothing was even happening. Take a look at this. Newsmax beats Fox in key demos. Trump rally draws 3 million plus viewers. Joining me now is host of John Bachman Now, epitomously John Bachman. Welcome, John. Good to have you on. Good to be with you again, my friend.
Great to be with you, Eric. Great to be in the guest on your show here on Newsmax.
Well, I just fill it in for Kelly. I just fill it in for the big
news,
guy,
right?
But having some fun. Let's take a look at these numbers. These are amazing. These are fantastic. Take a look at that first full screen, if you don't mind. It's a breakdown of Newsmax's viewership during the rally. Newsmax beat Fox in the very key demo during the rally. Check out that, Trump. There's the numbers. Let's scroll through a couple of these, if you don't mind. According to Nielsen coverage ratings, Newsmax beat all of the fake news, including Fox, CNN, and MSNBC. Tell us a little bit about what happened. How did so many people decide to come and watch you guys at Newsmax here?
Well, Eric, I remember one of the first lessons I learned from my first news director in this business when I just started out. I was struggling to find stories, and I wanted to come to the morning meeting with a good story. And I asked her, I said, Estelle, that was her name. I said, what do I do here? And she says, well, John, go to where the people are and you'll find a story. And that's what we are doing here, Eric. You saw the crowd at the Trump rally, 30,000 people in Ohio in the middle of summertime. These folks were clamoring for this type of event. And so what we did is we went where the people were to cover that story. Obviously, there was a lot of interest in the rally. Ohio, is a battleground state, at least it used to be. It's still a very big area of interest for, politicians. And so we went there and told a story. And lo and behold, the people tuned in to see what that story was. Of course, it doesn't hurt, as you know, that Donald Trump does seem to have a way with these types of rallies and always brings the funk, if you will.
But it's interesting, John, that Newsmax took it, but Fox didn't. Let's hone in on it. What do you think went behind, what happened behind the scenes that Fox said, let's not take this rally, and turned out being a big winner for Newsmax?
I think it's a hubris type of thing, quite honestly, Eric. I think there's an unwillingness to cede control of the news cycle or the narrative or whatever you want to call it, to cede that over to Donald Trump at this stage of the game. I think there's this kind of weird codependent relationship that the media have with Donald Trump. You heard him hint to that. They need him for the ratings, but they don't want to kind of admit that they need him for the ratings. And so they stay away for some reason. I would imagine, Eric, based on these results and what we're seeing here, maybe there's going to be a change of strategy the next time around. If they don't take it, maybe they'll cover it a different way. Who knows?
Yeah, but, I think it's important to note. He's got another rally coming up in Sarasota, Florida on Saturday. Newsmax is already there. They've already staked out the area that there's going to be people there reporting from it. You can take the full event live like last time. I wonder if Fox is going, who had that idea not to take the Trump rally last time? Well, you can leave the meeting right now, and they may change. They may pivot. Hope they don't, because it's kind of like having millions of viewers.
Right. But, I think what, we've proven is that we were here first kind of when it comes to the value of covering these events. And, the feedback that I've got from so many people, Eric, is, they say thank you, which is a humbling thing to hear from people. But we're obviously filling a void that wasn't there. They didn't feel like Fox was doing this for them. We've seen the people defect from Fox and come over to us. And it's humbling. It's gratifying. It's a lot of hard work that goes into it. But, it's a lot of common sense, too. The people care about what Donald Trump has to say. And so it's a newsworthy event. That's what we're here to do, is cover the news.
Yeah, very quickly, let's put up the statement. Trump put out a statement earlier today talking about the fake news. He took shots at CNN. Ratings are down. MSNBC is also way down. Actually, they're all way down. They say the news is boring since I left D.C. since I left D.C., I'm sorry, Morning Joe, Joy Reid, Nicole Wallace, Jake Tapper, and even Chris Wallace at Fox in free fall. Wonderful thing to see. I know the guy a long time. I interviewed him 7 times as president. He loves Newsmax. He loves Newsmax. He seems to be ticked off at Fox, and I can't blame him. They seem to be expediently taking his rallies and deciding when to and when not to. And you guys have been there from the very beginning.
Yeah, well, it's us guys now too, Eric. You're on the team. It's great to have you here. And, we did a segment today on my show about the fact that Rachel Maddow was talking about Donald Trump being indicted and then extradited out of Florida and how that would cause problems for Ron DeSantis. And her segment was based on a New Yorker magazine piece that was based on gossip from something that somebody overheard somebody say at Mar-a-Lago. And this turned into a couple of news cycles, both on MSNBC and on CNN. And reflections of those stories, I think, are in those numbers you just presented. It turns out people don't like to be lied to. They don't like to be misled. And most people don't live in Washington, D.C., in New York City, and they can see through what they're doing. They're intentionally going after Donald Trump because they don't like them. But the truth is a different thing. We have a whole list of stories that have been debunked just in the last few months, and it's getting longer every day.
Yep. All right, John, thank you so much for your time. Host of John Bachman Now, John Bachman, of course. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to check out his shows weekdays, 12 p.m. Eastern, here on Newsmax.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.